But yes, that's not the word.
Okay, so she just has to come to, like.
It's a one, it will improve it.
So it's probably cost.
That would cost $150. I told her, and another reason, make it
Oh, yeah, this would be.
yeah, see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, just.
I asked Matt if he wants to sit up there and take care of that tonight.
That one, not the other man. The other man.
I mean, honestly, I feel safer with you.
Well,
I wish he was listening.
that's okay. I use that term.
I'm sure he agrees.
Again, it's just being. You're looking at
Yes, very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we not even have any police or fire supervision here today? Boys, we are out on a limb.
We are exposed.
There is very little possibility in this room.
Well, Stacy's here, so she'll keep us.
Our den mother is here to keep us. Feel free to get your ruler out and smack us if we start getting too. There you go. I like these. These are kind of heavy and they.
I'm not going to say.
We should be good now, sir.
You good?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Dunn, if you'd like to proceed after breaking the camera, and Megan has worked diligently to get it back online, so.
We're here to open the bids on our State Road 44 water and sewer extension project. This is located just south of Faith Missionary Church. It's on their property. The city is extending 2,625 feet of a 12-inch water main and 2,623 feet of a 6-inch sanitary force main to a 65-acre housing addition, which will be known as Maple Hills Subdivision. We're pretty excited about it. We will also be extending 980 feet of 8-inch water main and 1,025 feet of 8-inch sanitary sewer to State Road 44 at the same time, and that's for future growth. We're going to have it stubbed off, they're ready to go. We'll see what happens in the future. There is a timeline on this project due to meeting grant requirements. Substantial completion is 100 consecutive days. The final completion is 120 days. So we've got to have this thing wrapped up by the end of November to be compliant with the grant and all that. There were 16 plan holders, most of them were contractors. We received bids from 11 companies. So I'll start opening.
Mac, while you're opening that, do we have time to wait until the next meeting to?
I'm glad you asked that. They would really appreciate it if you would, instead of taking it under advisement, allowing the mayor to act once whoever the lowest bid is that meets all the requirements. If that's the case and it's signed off by the engineers that have checked it, we'd like to allow the mayor to sign it and proceed to keep the thing moving.
Very well.
Don't say a word.
Nobody saw that.
Okay, this first one is from Yarberry Companies out of Anderson, Indiana. That's Y-A-R-B-E-R-R, Yarberry. Their bid is $818,362. $818,362. Okay. Second page, I apologize.
Sure. For those of us who are trying to follow along, can you explain what the total mandatory alternate bid is?
Okay. The alternate bid amount is $262,470. You want to explain that, the alternate?
Absolutely. Dan Merritt with United Consulting, so we're the design engineer on this project. And so we broke the bid down into a base bid, which extends that water and sewer to the southeast corner of the Faith Missionary Church properties. And then we utilized a mandatory alternate, and that's that extension north up to State Road 44. So depending how bids came in, it just gave the city some flexibility to proceed with just the base bid or the base bid plus mandatory alternate.
Copy that. And this, Do we need to consider this as a whole project tonight, or does the secondary portion of it have more time to complete, or is that still under the same?
It's, they're both under the same timeline.
Okay.
Same time, same
Very good.
monies. You know. Next one is Reed and Sons Construction. The base bid amount is $465,418.85. 465,418.85. The alternate is $169,757.50. Okay, the base bid, this is Millennium Contractors, MILLENNIUM Contractors. The base bid amount is $774,104. $774,104. The base was $774,104, and the alternate was, I apologize, I missed that. Sorry about that. $235,449. The alternate bid is $235,449. This one is from King's Trucking and Excavation out of Seymour, Indiana. King's Trucking and Excavation, Seymour, Indiana. Base bid is $615,700. And the mandatory bid, alternate bid is $177,210. $177,210. This is from Mitchell and Stark Construction Company out of Medora, Indiana. The base bid amount is $787,539. $787,539. The mandatory alternate bid is $200,458. That's $200,458. Next one is Morphe Construction. They are out of Indianapolis. Okay. The base bid, I want to make sure I'm reading this right because it's broken down. The base bid amount is $777,000 even. At 777,000. The mandatory alternate bid is $252,000 even. 252,000. This is from Subsurface of Indiana out of Morgantown. Their The total base bid amount is $584,875. $584,875. Total mandatory alternate bid is $176,200. $176,200. This is from Lykins Contracting, L-Y-K-I-N-S Contracting, out of Sunman, Indiana. Their total base bid amount is $598,160. 598,160. Their total mandatory alternate bid is $158,060. $158,060. This is from ISI Infrastructure Systems, Inc. They are based out of Chesterfield, Missouri. Their total base bid amount is $665,620. $665,620. The total mandatory alternate bid is $540,655. 540,655. Two more. SLB Pipe Solutions out of Bedford, Indiana. Make sure I'm reading that right. 6. The base bid amount, if I'm reading this correctly, is $692,650, $692,650. But let me see. I'm not seeing the alternate. Yeah, total base bid, $692,650. I had a couple sheets in here, I apologize. The mandatory alternate bid schedule is $275,435. That's $275,435. And the last one is Striegel Design and Construction out of Medora, Indiana. The total base bid amount is $538,538. So that's 538,538. The mandatory alternate bid is $215,788.83. That's 215,788.83.
11 total, correct?
Pardon me?
11 total bids.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to take a moment before we move forward to just make sure that, you know, they meet the requirements?
Well, go ahead.
Dan, what's the best way?
So what I would recommend is taking them under advisement. We'll do the review of the bids. We'll do what's called certified bid tabulation, review each bid for completeness, for accuracy, make sure all the bidding requirements were met. And then what Mr. Dunn said earlier, if we could consider a motion to give the mayor authority to award the project following our review and recommendation, that will just allow us to proceed through this a little bit quicker on the back end.
So we need a motion to take all 11 bids under consideration by United Consulting, and upon their recommendation, allowing the mayor to make recommendation to start the project.
To approve the lowest priced one that meets all the criteria, correct? Okay, then I love that idea. In which case, I would make a motion that we take these bids under consideration, allow them to be looked at and meet all the qualifications, at which time we would give the mayor the authority to approve the contract that makes the most sense for the city. Is that okay? That sounds wordy enough.
And bring it back to the next board works meeting just to share the information.
Yes.
I will second that motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, no. Motion carries. Thank you. So now, Mr. Dunn, we have 4 for the wastewater treatment plant.
Actually, 5.
5.
Yep. We have 5. This is, just to refresh your memory, this is, we're going to replace the UV system, which is greatly needed. It has to run in the warmer months. That cleans up the system, and then also a grit removal. All the sand and particles, the non-organic material has to be removed. So there's 2 different things we're doing there. The first bid is from Dan Cristiani Excavating, and I apologize if I'm not pronouncing it correctly, Excavating Company out of Charleston, Indiana.
And Mac, while you're looking at that, just for, again, for clarification, this is not two separate bids, this is just one bid doing both projects?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Yes, sir. That is correct. I'm gonna make sure I've got this. These are big numbers. I want to make sure I
And this will just be taken under advisement, there's no hurry on this, right?
Correct.
want to make sure. All right, their bid is $1,160,000. $1,160,000.
Round number.
And Troy, what was the name on that again? Dan?
Christiani.
Graves Construction Services, Inc., out of Swiss City, Indiana. Total bid amount is $1,212,000, $121. So it's 1,212,121. $1,212,121.
And that was Gray Excavating?
Graves,
Graves.
Graves, Graves. Next one is Maddox Industrial out of Indianapolis. Okay. Total bid amount is $1,356,870. That's $1,356,870. Next one is Mitchell and Stark Construction Company out of Medora, Indiana. This one is $1,292,100. $1,292,100. And the last is Pace Contracting out of Louisville, Kentucky. Okay, this one, the total bid amount is $1,073,000. That's 1073, 1,073,000 even.
And John, again, we've got time to take this under advisement because we've got a certain time period to be able to change the ultraviolet lights out. So that would be the recommendation, just take it under advisement and come back to the next meeting.
Very good. We don't need a motion for that, do we?
No.
That's a not a motion.
Okay. Mr. Dunn, you're up again on the renewal.
promise I'll make this one short.
And so you're cutting into the council's time, let's go.
I know.
Sorry, guys.
This is for the 120 water contract. We have a contract with them currently for $20,744. There's a new contract proposal for $41,750, but I'll explain what we're doing. This company helps our folks navigate the changing rules and regulations that are coming from the state and the feds. They're keeping our guys updated and educated, and I'll tell you, it's real important right now that we do that. What we're signing for is their statistical analysis capability. It's their ability to eliminate the unknowns when it comes to the galvanized lead copper issue. And I'll explain that. We have 4,913 customers, water customers. We've been working on this a while, trying to identify who's got galvanized or, one of the three things that the government's concerned about. We have 3,749 what they call unknowns. And by that I mean we don't know if their water service line has any lead or GRR, and that's galvanized requiring replacement. We have until November 1st of next year, 27, to reduce that number big time. Because after that date, if they're listed as unknown, NDOT, EPA, they're going to come down on everybody, and they're going to assume, if it's still an unknown, that they contain lead or GRR. And the city of Martinsville will have 10 years to replace all of those water lines at $10,000 a copy. It'll bankrupt many towns. 120, what they're doing with their modeling and their statistical analysis capability will help us identify a good percentage, but our own water department is actively working to identify in the field. And how they do that, they get into the water meter, the box itself, and they can tell by the line going to the house. And the government is allowing this now. They weren't allowing it earlier. We can tell if it's PVC, if it's galvanized, whatever. They can identify it fairly quickly. So I'm asking them to identify 100 per week. So between their efforts and what 120 Water brings to the table, we're going to try to get that number down. And I hope it's below 1,000, but we'll probably be lucky to get it to 1,000.
Sounds to me like if we could identify 2 additional ones that we take off the list, it would pay for the contract.
Yeah.
Like literally two houses.
Correct. And even if we get it down to 1,000, we have 10 years to replace them. Well, at $10,000 a copy, 100 a year, that's $1 million a year that we'll be spending replacing water lines. We can't even afford that. So we're going to do our best to get it further than that.
How many then, Mac, did you say 3,879?
No, there's 3,749 right now, 3,749 unknowns. But our guys are really busting it, and they've already probably done 350, 400 just in the last 3 weeks. Jason and his crew, we're trying to dedicate 2 guys every day. That's all they're doing. They're going out trying to identify this. What we report, we have to be honest. We have to, if it is galvanized or if it's lead, you gotta call it the way it is. But we believe most of this, it's not that big of a number. It's not as big as what we're fearing. So we're trying to get it down as low as we can. But at the end of the day, it's going to be what it is.
We got a way to pay for this? We got a way to pay for this? This is in the budget, I assume?
That's a good question. We're hoping, of course, the federal government, there'll be some grants, some money that comes through, but there's not going to be enough.
I was just talking about for the...
Oh, on that, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, we have money to pay for that, sure, yeah.
Then And I don't have any problems with it, and I would recommend that.
Well,
we
it's money
accept-
well spent.
Yeah, that we would accept your proposal on it. It sounds like I said, if they could identify 2 additional houses, when it's all said and done, that would pay for it. So I would motion that we approve the contract renewal with 120 Water.
I will second that motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The motion carries.
And John, once we're done with it, you know, and get this number down, then of course we'll lower that contract back down. So,
Yeah.
just the basic maintenance.
I think this is a no-brainer. Like, I can't see a scenario where we didn't do it.
Last thing on the agenda, we had a tort claim. Mr. Coffey, who is out of state, had no objection referring this to claim to the insurance company, so we just need a motion to move it on.
Well, I would make that motion that we send it to our insurance as advised.
I will second that motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, no. The motion carries. Next meeting of the Board of Works and Safety will be on Monday, July 27th, 6:30, here in the council chambers. We are adjourned. And we will start the council meeting in 3 minutes.
Good.